On today's episode of WatchJRGo, the car ninja and I get started on the M6. What is going on, guys? I am WatchJRGo, and today I'm here at German Motor Works in Wichita, Kansas, the car ninja shop, and we've got this car that's leaking out of the power steering rack. Do you find a power steering rack?
Tomorrow.
Sweet. That is awesome. And today is rod bearing time. So we've got a bunch of boxes right here from FCP Euro. Our friends over at FCP Euro really hooked us up. It is the coolest kit for rod bearing replacement you can possibly get. Let's get this going on here. And we've got so many parts. This is that Vanos tube that leaks internally, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
This is the side grill with that.
Oh, the M thing. Oh, grill side panel. I see that. Vanos filter, I guess. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's not crazy. This came in its own box. Check that out. Maybe subframe, or I don't know what those are.
For the control arms.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
Those are subframe.
Ah. This is the craziest kit. It comes with control arm and subframe bolts, so you can replace all the suspension parts with new.
Rod bearing.
Rod bearing. That's a lot of rod bearings. Look at that. So many rod bearings. New plugs, laser platinums, the factory spec.
More bearings.
New oil filter. This is a pretty cool Christmas. Wow, that oil pan gasket is huge.
Yeah.
Headlight level sensor. We had a code for that. Right here, Johnny grabbed the window regulator for the passenger side. Genuine BMW right here. That window regulator is kind of messed up on the passenger side.
More suspension.
Nice. More suspension nuts. There's a lot of rod bearings. Pressure washers or something.
Kind of feels like Christmas.
I know, man. This is a pretty good Christmas, too. Now we've had a lot of fun unboxing. Now we can start tearing a car apart, I guess. Johnny, you find any screws over there in that bay?
No.
Everybody was all worried about it.
Yeah.
I wanted to make so many super sarcastic comments about how I learned to use a broom when I was a young child. But I love cleaning.
Yeah,
so
it was pretty good, yeah.
Sweet. I'm glad. All right, where do we start on this bad boy?
Tires.
Pull them.
Fan.
Okay.
Then drop the subframe.
Cool.
Drop the oil pan and easy peasy.
I'll do the part I know how.
Tires.
This part, yeah. More fun M6 adventures. Whoever spray painted those wheels painted them on the car, and they didn't paint the inside. I just noticed they stopped as soon as they got in. It's all silver in there. Awesome. Man, that is a heck of a fan power wire. It's like 8-gauge wire in there. That's huge. Yeah, I'm impressed. I guess you need it to cool this thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so we pulled off this top cover here that retains this cover, and then pulled off this cover, and the fan is looking kind of free at this point.
Yes.
Other than all these power steering line, coolant lines? Coolant lines. Hey!
That's the one I was talking about.
Gotcha. Oh, it locks in there or something.
Yes.
I see. Man, that's a cool assembly. Nice engineering, BMW.
Well, to do rod bearings, you don't have to pull the fan out, but since we're doing the line, and the line goes all the way up here.
I see it. Yeah, it's that banjo bolt right back there.
Yeah. So it actually goes through the top all the way down.
Okay. So that'll be fun to route through all the...
Little bit. We can pull the coolant hoses out, so
nice.
Make it a little bit easier. We're gonna secure the engine.
Oh, with the hoist, with the bridge. pulled the air boxes because we have to get the motor mount bolts out. Those are on the top. We're gonna access those straight down there by the secondary air valve. If you look straight in there, it's really tough to see because there's not a lot of light. But the motor mounts are in there. 2 bolts on top. They're E-Torx, maybe E-Torx 40, 50, something like that.
No, we're gonna do 17 nuts.
Oh, the big main one on top.
Yes.
Okay. Well, there's a giant nut on top, and we're gonna pull that. Make life a lot easier. I guess that makes it easy to align too.
Yes.
Cool.
Swivel.
Nice. Nice. Once this is out of the way, we can lift the car back up and start dropping the subframe out because there won't be anything holding it from the top. So smooth.
Maybe I've done once or twice.
Yeah. We're getting all the suspension dropped here. You can see all the control arms coming down. And this is that ride height sensor we had to replace. So I guess that was an easy replacement. It's just part of the job. Next up,
Tie rods.
tie rods. Awesome. Man, that seems like it goes pretty smoothly.
Yeah.
Steering shaft coming off the steering box here. Nice. Making it look easy, man.
Those 2 lines and then we're done.
Oh, which 2 lines?
Power steering lines.
Oh, okay. Oh, the steering line. Okay, okay. Gotcha. Flare wrench or something like that?
No, just regular 119, 122.
Before you drop the subframe, you need to get these lines off the power steering rack. We got one of them off, and the other one we're gonna let it drop just a little bit so we have access, and then we should be able to zip that off, no problem. So they're both banjo bolts, both a lot of fighting. Oh man, like butter. And there's 6 bolts on the subframe, it looks like?
Ready?
Oh yeah. All right, she is loose. Oh. You know phones only ring at the worst possible time.
Is it overseas?
Is it? Take a look at this thing with no subframe underneath it. It really makes it a lot easier to work on. And there's a lot of work to do to get this oil pan down. You can see belt tensioners and stuff have to come off. All this wiring has to drop. There's a lot of stuff to drop. And there's one oil pump, another oil pump, and we can get the oil out of it now. We are flying through here. Everything's off. Here's that accumulator. All the wiring harnesses and secondary air stuff and oil pumps are off the pan. Johnny is stripping the wires off the pan right now. And that pretty much leaves us down to these transmission case bolts here on the bell housing. Those come out. And then a million tens and a couple Torx, and it should drop. So the pan will be off very soon. Sooner than I expected, that's for sure. Flying. So Johnny's got the book out here because he wanted to look up the tightening spec on those rod bearings. Check this out. It takes 51.5 hours. And by my calculation, we're just about to 25 hours into it based on where we're at over there, don't you think? It's been like 1 hour. And now you guys can see where the magic happens. There's all the rods crankshaft. Honestly, looks reasonably clean. Here comes the first one.
Not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad. You can see it really cutting in down at the center.
It just started.
All the pressure's at.
Actually, it's really smooth.
Okay, okay. Well, that's not a bad deal then. Is that the compression release?
Yes.
I could hear that.
It's kind of hard to push
Oh, no
the piston
doubt.
up.
We found our problem. It's the number one cylinder, and the others have not had nearly that much wear in them. How's the crank look?
Looks fine.
All right. These are consumable bearings basically, so that's very nice. It doesn't destroy the crank. Obviously, there's our new ones, red on bottom, blue on top, brand new bolts for the rods, so this is as new as it gets. Johnny's under here taking a shower. How's that, I guess it makes you faster. If you're ever going to like a slip and slide competition, you'll win.
Yeah. Keep my hair moist.
That's right. That's how you maintain color. Well, rocking out here, the tightening spec on this thing is 6 Newton meters, and then 20, and then 130, and with the snap-on tech angle, which is amazing, you can see the lights lighting up as he gets closer to 130 degrees. Boom. That thing's amazing.
We have to do this 3 times.
3 times. The same sequence 3 times. 6, 20, 130, 6, 20, 130, 6, 20, 130, 10 times.
So that makes it 30 times then.
Yep. Nice. Okay, so it's loose, ready to do it again. There's all of our rod bearings, all BMW original. See the BMW group A, keeping all the boxes to make sure we're doing it right, and they're all in order, tops and bottoms. I see you admiring the oil pan 100%, Jake.
It's
It's an oil pan.
it's quite a chunk of aluminum, really.
She's complex.
She's okay.
Tyler's here, and he's already upset that there's a BMW being worked on.
No, it's fine. We're all praying for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your thoughts.
I was watching your video about the power steering gearbox. Yes. The peeling back the onion of issues.
It's
yes.
sitting down there leaking.
Yes. Big F. Capital F.
F in the chat, boys.
F. 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 F.
Man, that thing has so much pressure holding it in.
What is it?
It's the compression holding the piston in place because the plugs are in. We have all new bolts. We're not tearing up any fasteners that matter.
And it wasn't knocking.
No knock.
Nope.
And
Miracle.
And the crank has no,
No, the
like.
crank is fine.
Yep.
Aren't you lucky?
It happens if they stop driving them, I guess.
Yeah.
At least people were smart enough to park the car.
This is like the BMW version of Ghost with Patrick Swayze, right? He's
And it's time for the last one. Bearings in. This is the final torque. A 6/8 to 20 and a 130. 130 degrees too, not 130 foot-pounds. Don't do that. Yeah, buddy. Rod bearing. All right.
And everything looked perfect inside.
I know, right? Not bad at all. Well, that was the last one right there. And now we get to pull this banjo bolt here and replace this flexible line right here. This runs through the engine to the outside, which is probably a lot of fun to replace.
Almost. There he goes.
Nice. Exciting.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
So now we have to drop the coolant lines, which will allow us to access that Vanos line up top, and we'll get right back to it after the car gets down so we can get to all the coolant lines. The Vanos line, Johnny's pulling the tin out of it right now that retains it into the block. It's above all of those banjo fittings there. To get to that bolt, idler pulley, secondary airline, water pump pulley is around here. That belt had to come off. Oh, there's the water pump pulley. Oh man, so much stuff had to come out of the way. But I think she's coming out.
Has to be it.
Yep. Need a large pry bar down there.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. I see. So it turned to the side right there. And you literally have to feed that entire line out of that hole?
Yeah.
I don't know who thought of that, but they thought wrong.
Germans, they did not have enough beer, I guess.
Not that day.
Not a day.
Could have been more creative. That is wild. Hey, came loose. So that has an O-ring seal up there at the top. And lots of stuff has to move in order to do this. Incredible. Wow, that looks horrible too. Yeah. It was nasty. Coming out. Well, that's the other culprit. These things leak internally.
They fail all the time right here.
Man. Wow. Good thing we got a new one and a new O-ring for it. Hey, the old Vanos filter.
It was pretty clean.
Yeah. I was expecting metal or something.
Yeah.
We got a new one right here. So,
You want to do the honors?
sure. All you have to do is shove it in the hole. So, yeah, man, it's a lot of work. I'll do it. All right. I don't think it has any special direction or anything. So,
Nope, that's it.
well, after a lot of cleaning, we got the pan clean. Just spent a lot of time with that in the solvent tank. It is very clear. There's so many passages. That's a pump passage. That's a passage. These are ins and outs out of that thing, and these are like razor sharp to cut the oil. It's like kind of a built-in windage tray on that pan. Pumps back in, filters in, banjo bolts in. Everything's reassembled. There's the gasket. Does that go on dry?
Yeah.
Sweet. I guess it has a little crush area. And now there's like 28 bolts on the pan. Think about 28 bolts. 23 short ones and a whole bunch of long ones. And it's time to put the pan back on. And then we're stuck. We are very stuck after that because the steering rack, we got to get a new one coming. So we can't drop the subframe back in, which is a little bit of a disaster. Unfortunately, you just can't get that stuff here fast enough. But we can definitely get that guy back on. Here's 23 of the short bolts, like I said. And this is our stopping point. As you can see, the entire bottom end done. Rod bearings are in, Vanos line in, all of this stuff's been reassembled. What we're waiting on now is there's an O-ring on each side here. Didn't come in the kit. They probably don't need to be replaced, but Johnny said it's a common leak, so we're 100% replacing them. So those are on the way. They will be here on Tuesday, not too much longer, and the steering rack should be here by Tuesday, and that should be about everything. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much, Johnny.
Anytime.
I think we knocked it out. I mean, 51-hour job, 6-7 hours, top to bottom. Not bad. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.WatchJRGo.com where you can get cool shirts not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. You guys saw when I sold my Fiat 500 of Art. This is the GQ edition Fiat 500 of Art. A little bit more rare. It's got little suede seat inserts, GQ in the seats. You know, they made the the Gucci edition, the GQ edition, and I think there's one more of the special editions like this that honestly don't make any sense, but it's pretty funny. The car ninja and I both had to get out of there because we both have family things tonight, but huge thank you to him, and we cranked that out in unbelievable record time, I would guess. And to FCP Euro for the parts. I will put links in the description to all the parts we use for this thing. Don't forget to check them out if you have anything Euro, BMW, Mini, Porsche, Audi, doesn't matter, VW, they've got it. So FCP Euro, hit the links.